welcome to my kitchen. So you thought that I'm going to cook something for you today. Well, you're wrong. Well, kind of, but no, not really. We're going to try some weird colored fruits and vegetables and... Hey Google, is watermelon a berry?
Get ready to have your fruit-loving minds blown. Watermelons are berries. And so are cucumbers, cantaloupes, squash, and pumpkins.
Mind blown. The only one thing that we will be cooking are the potatoes. They're weird colored. See, they're purple, so they're weird. And that's why we're cooking them. The other day, me and my mom were talking about these potatoes. She saw an article online where they made mashed potatoes from purple potatoes, and it turned out purple. Now, I think that's not true, but I've never tried it before. My guess is it's going to turn out brown. Her guess, I think, is that it's going to turn out gray. And that is what we're going to find out. I will peel the potatoes and we're gonna put them to cook in the bag while we're trying other different colored fruits and berries, apparently. Now I just moved, so I have no idea where anything is in my kitchen anymore. This has been sitting in my cupboard for a while, hence why they're so wrinkly. Now let's be clear, when I said brown, I meant like dirt brown kind of color. They ain't looking that pretty, but that's what we're here to find out. Will the puree be purple? I guess it's not called a puree, it's mashed potatoes, mushers. Let's put them in here. And now they go cooking. And hopefully by the time we're done tasting everything else, the potatoes will be ready to be smooshed. The first contestant is right here. It's a watermelon. So you would say, what's weird about watermelon? Well, this one is actually yellow, which I didn't know existed up until a couple weeks ago. I don't know what it's gonna look like inside, but I'm super excited actually, because I think it's kind of cool. I am so excited to see what color it's going to be inside. Ooh, look at that, it's yellow. Surprise. It smells so good too. And this knife is way too short. Cut it off. That's when you get nervous that a lot of people are watching you cut watermelon and you perform like you've never seen it in your life. And the middle cut. I'm trying to cut it like this so the other camera over here can get it better. Ooh, that's cool. Here we have a yellow watermelon. I mean, it smells just like regular one. This is actually not as good as the regular one. It doesn't have as much flavor to it. I guarantee you, this has been sitting in my house for like 3 days. This thing is ripe because it was out of the fridge too. It's really fun color, but it's not super juicy. Bring in the next contestant. I have to do everything myself. This is an orange dew. So it's a honeydew mixed with an orange. I absolutely love honeydews. I grew up eating both watermelons and honeydews. And this one is supposed to be super orange inside and taste like both oranges and honeydews. Let's go. So far, it's a regular honeydew color. Do I smell test? It smells a little bit like honeydew and a little bit like it's something so exotic, I've never even tried it before. I would almost want to say like candy or like a flower. Flower would be a really good description. And let's try a slice of honeydew, orange dew it is. I've bitten it 3 times. I still can't tell. It honestly tastes like a honeydew. Again, this thing is not as sweet as the honeydew would be. I guess I'm mistaken. Honeydew is white inside, right? It's the cantaloupe that's orange. So the color is different on it. But it tastes bland to me again. The next thing I have are limes. They're just like lemons, but they're green. Weird color, right? Yeah, I'm just kidding. I wanted to include these cherries. They're like this pretty yellow-orange color. They taste so good. Love those. wanted to try some other weird colored berries, there you go, some rainbow cherries. The last thing I have for you are those cherry plums, right? Yes, cherry plums. So this is a mix of a cherry and a plum. It's just weird. It's literally like you mix a cherry and a plum, like a little bit of cherry, a little bit of a plum, and chewed it together. And it doesn't taste good. Now it's probably time for us to check on the potatoes and see how they're doing. I think the potatoes are done and ready to go. The only thing is they have a very different texture than the normal potatoes do, so it was kind of hard for me to tell if they're good. But I'm gonna go and say that these are cooked. Let's smoosh them. Ooh, lots of steam. Get a little bit of butter in there, a little bit of milk. It ain't looking great. And you cannot see yet what color it is. I already know, and I already know who is right. Okay, I think we're ready to serve. Don't know if the guests would be too happy with this kind of potatoes, but you know, exotic, purple potatoes. But that means next time when they come, they won't ask for food. This is the color that they turned out. Oh boy. And there you go. Does that look appetizing? Don't know, don't think so. But that's what the puree from the purple mashed potatoes turns out to be. Great. So turns out my mom was right. And that was it for trying weird fruits and berries and apparently vegetables that I didn't mention before. Now I still love trying new things. I love trying weird things like these. And maybe sometime I will find something that is weird colored, weird looking, weird combination, but it still tastes good. It just wasn't today. Thank you so much for watching. I will now go and have my dinner here. I'm excited. You know what? I never tasted that. Hold on. Let's see my dinner's fate for today. It tastes like mashed potatoes, but you can tell that something is up with the potato. Again, thank you so much for sticking around. Hopefully you learned something new today. Maybe not. I'm off to have my lovely dinner. Bye.